Hello friends, in this video what I am going to tell you, it's an experiment number 7 where we are going to make a cement or mortar mold. And how can we do that? First we have to weight cement, and then we have to weight sand, fine aggregate you can say, and on which proportion we have to take this criteria. 1 is to 3 is the proportion. For example, if we are taking 100 gram of cement, so then we have to take 300 grams of fine aggregate. So 1 is to 3 proportion means 1 is for cement and 3 is for sand. And in this experiment particularly, students are performing the experiment, and they are weighing cement and sand only, and then they have to add water in that to mix up it. So they are making cement, fine aggregate, and they will mix it, and they have to put it into the mold. And what they have to do, they have to calculate the compressive strength test. And how can they calculate it? They have to do testing on the CTM, compressive strength testing machine, compressive testing machine. They have to perform this experiment. Right now what they are trying to do, they have weighed cement in the separate tray, and they have weighed sand. And what they are going to do, they are mixing it, and they have to make 3 or 4 molds. So they have taken more amount, because whatever the amount they have calculated with the density. So what they are doing, so they have taken total amount for all the 3 molds right now. So for example, you have to calculate for the one, and then you have to multiply with 3 or 4 in whatever the amount, whatever the mold number of molds you have to make it. So right now you can see these students are mixing it properly, cement and sand, and both the students are doing very smartly. And you have to do it properly, but because you don't have to waste it. So obviously 20 percentage of wastage they have taken in it. And right now what they are doing, they are just trying to mix it properly, and then they will add water. Criteria of adding water, it's completely dependent upon that, whatever the water cement ratio you have calculated, so you have to take it accordingly in the previous compressive strength test. So for example, if you have taken 28% of water and you will get the good compressive strength, so what you have to do, you have to add 28%. Right now whatever the amount they have calculated, so they have it accordingly, they have to put it in this, and they will mix it properly. So uniform mix is required, and you can see these students are doing this experiment very properly, and they are mixing it. And keep it in mind, when you are performing this experiment, you don't have to play with it, otherwise cement will get into it, into the eyes of the students, and it will be harmful. And you must have to wear gloves. These students are not wearing the gloves, but you have to be very careful while doing this experiment. Now they are going to add water, so they have taken water according to the ml, and now they are mixing. They are very happy in performing this experiment because they are enjoying to perform this experiment. Now you can see they are adding water gradually, and they are mixing it with the shovel, and you can see how well they are mixing it. So you have to be very careful while mixing, because water will not be too much, and water will not be so less in amount. So if it is less amount of water, so what will happen, the mix will be too dry. And if you will add more amount of water, so mix will be so flowy, means that it will start flowing, cement starts flowing from in that. So you have to be very careful while adding water. So you have to mix slowly and gradually water in the mixture. So now you can see the students are mixing it very properly. They are making they have to put or fill 4 molds, so they have taken the amount accordingly. And now you can see how they are mixing very well. So still there is left dry. Some spaces are looking dry, so they have to mix it more. So when they will be mixed properly, so they will fill the mold. And keep in mind that the mold should be further 2 inches by 2 inches by 2 inches, because we are going to make the mold of volume of the mold or cube, you can say 2 inches by 2 inches by 2 inches. So now they are mixing well. Yeah, it will be uniform mix, and you can see how well they are mixing cement, sand and water, and they are trying to do their best. Now they have he is added to he's added water, not gradually. So but you have to be very careful while mixing water. So you have to add water gradually, as your mother do in adding water in the floor, while while your mother is making loaves. So now you can see they have mixed it, but some areas are left so wetty. I think water will be in less amount, so they have to add water slowly and gradually in the mix, so it will be better. But now it is looking fine because it is getting drier, and when they are mixing, so now mixing is getting proper. So it's not too dry, it's not too wet. So they have mixed it properly, and now what they have to do, they have to fill the mold. So they have to fill the mold, or obviously they have to do tamping as well. Tamping with the rod, and 25 times tamping, and they have to fill the mold in the 3 layers. So now what they have to do, they are going to fill the mold, and how they are mixing it, you can see now the mix is very uniform. You can see over there, now they are putting it to the mold, and you can see the size of the mold is very small because they are making the cube of 2 inches by 2 inches by 2 inches. So both the boys are going to fill the mold. So they have to test it on 7 days, then on 14 days, and then on 28 days. So they have to take the reading accordingly. So now you can see they are doing tamping as well 25 times, then they will have to fill it again. So they have to fill the mold in 3 layers, and this is very small in size, so it's quite difficult to make it. But you are looking at that students are doing a very good job over there. And now that student has filled the mold, but he didn't do any tamping. But you have to be very careful while mixing it, so you have to do tamping as well, because there will be no space will be left, or there will be no voids in the mold. So now they are mixing it. So they have filled the mold, and now what they are doing, he is also doing tamping, but he did not do tamping properly. Now they are going to mix another mold. So you have to be very careful while putting in the mold, because there will be the spaces left for the material. So you have to be very careful. So tamping is necessary. So you have to fill all the molds one by one, 3 or 4 molds, because they have made more amount, so they can make easily 5 to 6 molds, but they are making it 4 molds. So let's see. And then what they have to do, they have to put it for a day, and then they have to when it will get dry, so they will have to put it into the curing tank. Now another mold they got it, and they are going to fill that one. So if any amount is left, so you use it somewhere else, or the outside, if there is cracking on the footpaths or on the corridors of your university, so you can use it there. So don't waste any amount. So you have to fill the molds properly when the students fill the mold. So what they have to do after filling so they will left it for 24 hours. They are putting the paper on it, so mark it that's there, they have filled this mold. And when 7 days is up, so they after 1 day, what they have to do, so they have to open the mold, and after 7 days they have to do testing on the CTM machine, compressive strength testing machine. And then they have to note down and chalk down the reading of this mold, what compressive strength they are getting for the 2 inches by 2 inches mold. So now you can see the students are making videos and pictures. They are taking pictures as well. and they are putting paper on it, so mark it that they have done this testing at they are performing this experiment in the winter. So now they have done, and now they are cleaning up the mess. So you can see they have done it, and yeah, the left amount, so what they have to do with that, they can use it somewhere else. And they can also make other molds as well, but we were having only 4 molds over there, so they can use this. Now you have to clean the mess as well. You can see the students, they are cleaning the mess as well. And what you have to do, you have to left this mold for 1 day, and after 1 day you have to open the mold, and then you have to put it into the curing tank. But in this case, we were running with the shortage of time, so they just put it into the curing tank without removing the mold. But you have to be very careful. They are doing so much fun over there. But I must say over here, as a precautionary measure, don't do any horseplay over there, and you have to work accordingly and properly. So you will enjoy it as well, and you will get how to perform the experiment. You will find it so much interesting. Over here, students did not put out from the mold, and you can see the cement is coming out from into the water. So what you have to do, you have to put it for 1 day, and then you have to remove the mold, and then it up till 24 hours it will get dry, and then you have to put into the curing tank. So this is a mistake, or you can say that it will be not good. So what you have to do, you have to take for 24 hours, then open the mold and put it in the curing tank. Okay, students, what we are going to do here, this is experiment number 7, and I am going to discuss with you the practical from the your manual, lab manual. What you have to do, you have to find out the compressive strength of cement. So, or you have already known that what is compressive strength. I have already discussed in my class lectures, and you can see over here there is a requirement of 1:3 proportion. I have already told you. So 1 is for cement and 3 is for the fine aggregate, and you have to do this testing for the 7 days, 14 days, and 28 days. So cube mold size will be 2 inches by 2 inches by 2 inches with base plate, weighing balance accurate up to 0.1 gram, mortar cube vibration machine. We were not having in the lab, and compression testing machine. Obviously, you have to do testing over there. And the CTM, I have already told you how can you do the compressive strength testing of concrete in the CTM. So now you will know that. For that particular reason, what you have to do, you have to see the experiment number 8. How did you perform the CTM? Compressive strength testing. So now measuring cylinder, you need it for the water, trowel, and tray. And what is the procedure? I have already told you how can you do that. And when you have done this testing, so this is the cube size, and cube 1, cube 2, cube 3. So whatever the value you will get it, so you will put it over here in PSI, compressive strength of cube equals to crushing load divided by crushing area of cube. So average compressive strength come out to be, so you have to take average of these 3 compressive strength, and then you have to write down the value of strength of compressive strength of civil cement for the 3 days, for 7 days, and for 28 days. Not for the 14 days, you have to take for the 3 days, 7 days, and 28 days. And then you have to write down the conclusion. And whatever the value you are getting it, so you have to discuss it if it is whether the value is accurate, or it is ideal condition, or it is not. So you have to discuss with that. So whatever the ideal condition value, so you have to discuss it accordingly. So now it's all about the lab session, and how can you do that. Obviously this is experiment number 7, so you have to write it down here. And now how can you do the calculation? So let's move on to what, let me tell you what you have to do. So let me share my PowerPoint presentation where I am going to tell you. Let's see. Okay. And now what I am trying to do over here is that let's have a look. Let's do calculation over here. So what is the calculation? So let me start. For the mortar, how can you do calculation? So for the mortar, what density you have to take? You have to take the density is equals to 130 pounds per feet cube. And then what? Density equals to mass upon volume. Mass upon volume. So what you have to do, density is equals to 130 pound per feet cube equals to mass upon 2 into 2 divided by 12 cube. Obviously, the mold size is 2 inches into 2 inches into 2 inches. So you have to divide it with 12 cube. So therefore, your mass will come out, total mass of cement and sand will be 0.6018 pounds. So what you have to do for this, 1 pound is equals to 0.4535 kg. So what you have to do for that, so let me divide my whiteboard like this. And the mass is 0.6018. So for this, what I have to do, mass is equals to total mass 0.6018 multiplied by 0.4535. So the answer, oh sorry, that is what? Let me raise this. This is 0.4535. So let me take the pointer, and this will be 0.4535. So the answers comes out to be, the answer come out to be 0.2729 kg. So this is the mass in kg. And now what you have to do, you have to add wastage, and the wastage is 15% here. So 15% of total mass 0.2729 kg. So when you will take 15%, 15 divided by 100 into 0.2729 kg. So the answer will be 0.0409 kg. So what I have to do, the total mass is 0.2729 plus wastage. So 0.0409 is equals to 0.3138 kg. So this is total. And what we have to do, we have to take mass of cement. Mass of cement is equals to what? Obviously, we are having a proportion here 1:3. So we will add 1. 1 plus 3 will be 4. So multiply by 0.3138 kg. So it will be what? The answer comes out to be 0.07845 kg. So when I multiply it with 1000, so the answers come out to be, so when I am going to multiply it, so the mass of the cement will come out to be what? So mass of cement is equals to 0.07845 multiplied by 1000. So the answer will be 78.45 grams. And the mass of fine aggregate, that is sand, mass of fine aggregate will be what? Is equals to 3/4 into 0.3138. So it will be what? 0.23535 kg. So when I multiply it with 1000, so what it will be? So it comes out to be 235.35 kg. So this is the, no, it's not kg, sorry. It is in gram. It is in gram. When you multiply it with 1000, so it comes out to be in grams. So let me take pointer grams. And what is the more W cement W by C ratio? So in mortar case, we have to take 20% of total mass, that is 0.3138. So we will get the proportion of water. So for the proportion of water, what we have to do, proportion of water or amount of water, what we have to do, 20 divided by 100 multiply by 0.3138 is equals to what? 0.06276 kg. So when I multiply it with 1000, so it will come out 62.76 grams. So obviously you will take in milliliter, because amount of water, or you can say proportion of water, because ml is equals to grams. So amount of water. So what you have to put, amount of water will be 62.76 ml, and you have to take fine aggregate, or you can say sand, that is 235.35 grams, and you have to take mass of cement, that is 78.45 grams. So obviously you will understand it after watching this video, and hopefully it will be helpful for you. How can you do calculation for the experiment number 7? Hopefully it will be clear. Thank you so much. Bye bye.